What if I told you that a single decision made over 100 years ago is still shaping the Middle East today? And it's the root of the Iran-Israel conflict, one of the longest-standing disputes in modern history. The Iran-Israel war has been simmering for decades, leaving an indelible mark on the region's history, geography, and civilization, with thousands of people affected every year. And it's a conflict that's been a defining feature of the region. But here's what nobody talks about: the complex web of events that led to this point, and the surprising facts that will change the way you think about this conflict. But here's the thing. It all started with a British decision, the Balfour Declaration, which expressed support for a Jewish homeland in Palestine, and this declaration sparked a chain reaction of events that would eventually lead to the formation of Israel in 1948, and the subsequent conflict with Iran. And that's not even the craziest part, because Iran's initial response to Israel's existence was not what you'd expect. The war began with a British decision, but it was Iran's initial support for Israel that's really interesting, as Iran was one of the first countries to recognize Israel, with the two nations exchanging diplomatic missions in 1950, but this friendship was short-lived, as Iran's stance on Israel began to shift in the 1960s, particularly after the Iranian Revolution in 1979, and this dramatic change is a testament to the complex and ever-changing nature of international relations. But wait, it gets even better, because the United States has played a significant role in the Iran-Israel conflict, with its involvement dating back to the 1950s, and the CIA's coup that overthrew the democratically elected government of Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh, which marked the beginning of a long and complex relationship between the U.S. and Iran, with the U.S. providing significant military and economic support to Israel. And to understand the magnitude of U.S. involvement, consider that the U.S. has provided over $100 billion in military aid to Israel since 1949. Now here's where things get really wild, because the Iran-Iraq War, which lasted from 1980 to 1988, was a pivotal moment in the history of the Middle East, and during this conflict, Israel provided significant support to Iran, including the sale of arms and military equipment, and this unexpected alliance was driven by a shared enemy, Iraq, and marked a significant shift in the dynamics of the region. And this next fact is even more surprising. And this one blew my mind, because the Iran-Israel conflict has been fueled by a series of proxy wars and covert operations, with both sides using various militant groups and intelligence agencies to further their interests. And this has led to a complex and ever-changing landscape of alliances and rivalries, with multiple countries and organizations involved, and it's a situation that's constantly evolving. But here's the thing nobody expected, the most surprising fact of all: that despite the intense rivalry between Iran and Israel, there have been numerous secret meetings and negotiations between the two sides over the years, with some even resulting in temporary agreements and ceasefires, and this raises questions about the true nature of the conflict and whether a lasting peace is possible. And then, everything changed as we began to understand the complexities of the Iran-Israel conflict and the various factors that have contributed to its longevity, and it becomes clear that this is not just a simple dispute between two countries, but a complex web of historical, cultural, and geopolitical factors, and answering the question of how this conflict began and how it can be resolved requires a deep understanding of these factors and the surprising facts that have shaped the Middle East. If this blew your mind, smash that subscribe button. We drop new facts videos every single day, and check out our blog at factstormhub.com for the full deep dive. And join us next time on factstormhub, as we explore more incredible stories and surprising facts that will change the way you think about the world.